You know, I didn't grow up with money. We weren't rich by any means, but I knew I wasn't going to college. I knew that wasn't a reality, and I didn't really want to go to college. One of the things that I was very lucky in my life with is I knew exactly what I wanted to do. From the time I was a young age, I knew I wanted to be in the fight business, and people thought I was crazy. Because when you look at at the time when I grew up, I just turned 49 years old. When I was growing up, you had Don King, Bob Arum. These guys were the big promoters in the fight game, and you know, everybody was set in their ways. They didn't think that you know, the fight business could change. I believed it could. I had a lot of ideas, and I believed I could change the business. And I worked in Boston at a place called the Boston Harbor Hotel. I was a bellman in there. I was 19 years old. I made good money. I was literally standing in the lobby one day, and I'm like, what the hell am I doing here? What am I doing here? This isn't me. This isn't what I want. And I walked out the front door, and one of my good friends, he's still one of my good friends today, who was the doorman, says, what are you doing? I said, I'm quitting. I always knew what I wanted to do. And every day when I woke up, I would work toward that goal. I didn't even have a car. I had a mountain bike that I, you know, rode everywhere in town with. There was a kid in Boston, his name was Peter Welsh, and he's actually like a street fighting and boxing legend in town. And everybody had heard of him. And I literally sought this guy out. I went to him and I said, I know this is crazy, you don't know me, but I want to work with you. You don't have to pay me. I want to learn everything that you can teach about the fight game. And I worked under this guy for like 3 years. And I did everything from boxing to corner work. I was a referee in fights. I managed guys, everything you could possibly do in the fight business. I've done everything except score a fight. I've never been a judge. When I came back to Vegas, a mutual friend had a wedding, and we both went to the wedding. We bumped into each other, and he had just got on the Nevada State Athletic Commission, and he heard that I was doing boxing out here, and he said, I want to hook up and start training. So we got together on that Monday, which was in 1995, and we've been together ever since. The owner of the UFC at the time was a guy named Bob Meyerowitz out of New York. We got into a huge battle over Tito Ortiz's contract, and through that, one day on the phone, it just all erupted, and he said, you know what, there is no more money. It's all over. This thing's in trouble. I don't even know if I have enough money to put on one more show. Wow. And I said, interesting. Okay. So we hung up. I called Frank and Lorenzo. They were, and who would become my partners, and they were in Florida at the time. They owned Station Casinos here in Las Vegas, local casino. We started making some calls. A month later, we bought the UFC for $2 million. First of all, when you have a business idea, there's always going to be detractors and people that think, you know, it won't work. You're always going to have those people around you and in your life, even when you're successful, believe me. It gets worse when you're successful. You have to get to a point where you don't doubt yourself. You're so into this thing and you know that it's going to work. Timing is everything in life. Timing is everything. And when we got into this business, boxing was starting to decline, and you know, boxing had gotten so greedy over the last 30 years that the business actually started to shrink. Yeah. And the younger generation, because this thing was only on pay-per-view, the younger generation didn't become fans of boxing. So we took the exact opposite approach. We went back, we wanted to get this thing on free television, put great fights on free TV again, let the younger people become fans of these fighters and their personalities, and have a limited number of fights on pay-per-view. Fighting happens everywhere. Fighting works everywhere. I don't care what color you are, what country you come from, or what language you speak. Fighting is in our DNA. We get it and we like it. We're human beings. When you get involved in your business and your business starts to grow and everything else, and we took this business from zero to where it was. We create zillions of dollars in taxes, all these different, you know, all the people that we employ all over the world, that when we go into the economic impact we have on cities, when we go into their cities, all this stuff. We're a monopoly now. We're being looked at as monopoly. So we're spending, you know, $7-8 million a year trying to defend ourselves from the government as a monopoly. You just have to keep grinding every day. Every day you get up, and it's, you know, for us to make this happen with the UFC, it was really all about education. I love when people doubt us. I love when people say no. You know, even when we just sold the company, we sold the company, it's been 2 years now. And anything you do positive in your life and anything that's huge, it will immediately be surrounded by negativity, right? Immediately, get ready for it, because no matter how successful you become, one thing never goes away: negativity, haters. One of the things that I have learned over my many years of doing this, their opinion doesn't matter. Everything that the reporters write, everything that these people say, just do your thing. Stay on your course, stay focused, and keep your eye on the prize, and everything comes together. But I love that stuff. So now I just tune it out. I do my thing. When we first bought the company,
yes,
he overpaid for it. Overpaid for it. These guys are in big trouble now. Now they have so much debt hanging over their head. They're this, they're that. Their TV deal is up with Fox. You know, all this stuff's going back and forth. So, and a lot of these things are true. Our TV deal is up with Fox. We do have a lot of debt, but these are all things we knew going into it. I just made more money than I ever dreamed I would make. I don't want to leave. What am I going to do? Where am I going to go? Listen, I've been on trips and stuff. I can't stand 3-day weekends. I hate 3-day weekends, man. I'm like, man, I want Monday to come again. That's not your mentality every weekend when you're at home. Like, you're dreading Monday. Man, stop and get another job, because you're in the wrong place. That's not healthy for you. We just did a deal with ESPN for $1.5 billion.
5 years.
For 5 years. Yes. Now the company's worth $7 billion. And at the end of the day, it's really about that you love what you're doing, and it's about the journey. The people you're doing with it, that you're having fun, you're getting up every day, and you're all working toward the same goal, whatever it might be. It's a very fulfilling feeling. It really is a very fulfilling feeling, because I've been where most people have been. I've been in the shitty job that you're just trying to pay your bills and you're trying to make ends meet, and you're miserable. You're doing it because you have to do it, because you have to pay your bills, because you need money. Once you break out of that and you find what it is you truly love to do, it's really not work. It's actually fun, and you enjoy every day of your life. And we love fighting, but every one of us is a fighter. Every day you get out of bed, when you get out of bed every morning, right, you get up out of bed, life is standing right there to kick you in the face. Ready, leg cocked, ready to go to kick you in the face, because every day when you get up, bad shit's coming at you. Forget about work, your personal life, everything. Car don't start, to this, to that. Life is ready to get you, you know, and you got to get up and you got to fight through that bullshit every day. You have to. You got to fight through all the shit that life throws at you. Then you get to a point where life's throwing a bunch of shit at you, and now work's throwing a bunch of shit at you. You know, your business that you have to fight for every day. And you have to get up, and you have to have that to get up and fight every day, man. And once you get into it and you start fighting, it becomes addictive. You actually like it.
Yeah.
I'm so sick and twisted that if there's no chaos in my life, I create chaos now. It's like, yeah.